So I've been so busy that I haven't had a chance to get out and have an actual thrift in 2 whole weeks. I'm just ready to explode. My bags are blue. Mind out of the gutter, Coco. My IKEA bags are blue and I'm gonna fill them up. I'm not gonna. So I even had to skip a week of YouTube because I was so bloody busy. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm back. I've been busy sorting stuff. I've been busy with the young fellas being crook home from school. So much going on, so I had to skip YouTube. I'm sorry. I caught up with some friends that I hadn't seen in a long time. Had a great night. Didn't I'm not showing that whole thing though. God damn it. So I've basically been cucked by the thrift for the last, 2 weeks. And I'm itching to get in, get some goodies. Let's go. First stop, Sidelineseconds. Not a huge start today. Found the sports graph jeans there for $6, plus the Adidas here for $8. You know, they're probably going to get 35 a piece each. And then I seen this Sugarland puzzle, 40 they wanted. Actually sold that for about 25 a few months ago, so definitely not grabbing it. Cruising into the church op shop here, and this church is bloody amazing. One of the best in town because there's not much worth more than a couple of bucks. And look, there wasn't heaps here today. There was some nice old pieces. We've got $2.50 shirts right through the get-go. This Limur, I think that's how you pronounce it, Limur, for $4 is the most you're paying for anything in the knit piece. Another knit here, the Target stuff can go okay. I will get it if it's not worth a whole heap, plus the Canterbury. So I did load up on a bit of stuff there. We've got the Miners reversible training jumper here. This is not something I'd recommend going crazy for, but just being a local team. It's in the NBL Div 1 or something, and some of our local yokel love that stuff. And also, we've got the jeans here that I'm going to grab, the Gap jeans. These ones here I'm going to leave because they have been hemmed pretty significantly. One thing I'm always looking for with the jeans is if they have been hemmed, and by hemmed I mean taken up. So you can look at them. If you're not real familiar with how they should be done, whether it's been professionally done or just old Nana's done it from the lounge room there and she's kind of cocked it up a little bit. Take a tape measure, take a little tape measure with you, a little roller, you can measure it out. I mean, I don't do that personally, but it is an option if you're worried about getting hemmed jeans, because if they're severely hemmed and they're a lower end brand, they're going to sit forever, so I don't tend to pick them up. If it's only like 1 or 2 inches, it's usually fine as long as you put your measurements in. Another thing with these particular ones, there was a bit of a hole in the butthole. The butt part. This is a place where I look all the time. I always love looking around the butthole of jeans because often they'll get a bit of wear and tear from people sitting around, and you know, it happens, and then they don't realise there's a little few stitches missing, and then eventually there's a big hole in the butthole. So be wary of the butthole. I found out recently that in America they call a bum a fanny, which confused the hell out of me. And now I understand why all these years of watching movies that I wondered why they spoke so openly and frequently about fannies. Here down under in Australia, a fanny's a front bum, not a back bum. So it's kind of offensive for women. But anyway, let's roll back onto the thrift. Still in this gem of an op shop, and we've got the $1 rack. I love sifting through the $1 rack. What do we got today? We've got the Reese Plumbing shirt. It's only a small, but it will sell. Also, this jacket here, I do not know the brand, but it is a nice little puffer, and we all love a little puffer. So I'm going to grab that. Shoes in here are a couple of bucks each, unless tagged. I never see them tagged, so we're going to roll with these. This is a good brand to look out for. FitFlop. If you've never heard of that, I do sell these very fast, actually. Quite a bit of stuff from that one, so I can't complain. So time to scoot down the road to the salvos, and look at these things. I don't know if these are just some random that have painted these or what, but they're pretty big. I was impressed by them. They look fandango. But anyway, I did pick up some stuff. I've got the Harley hat here. Someone had dumped a little biker haul A Nautica sweater, $5. I did end up seeing that the cuffs on this were buggered. It's not a brand that I love these days, but I still will get it for under $5, or depending on the style or whatever. Some Volcom jeans for the same, $5. This here, I was really shocked to see they've priced this at $20. I still grabbed it stupidly because it's just an old Y2K piece. Didn't comp it, so this will be interesting. We'll see how we go. The rest of these were still up there, like bootlegs here. They were $7 and $5 each. This is the old West Coast choppers. They're all good sizes. This is only like a Victorian State Hog Rally on an Acme tag there. That's from 2001. And then on the Gooses tag, we've got another old hog one there. So, and some Rip Curl trackies just because, you know, we can. So this part's a little awkward, but it needs to be said because I need to know people have felt my pain. I need to talk about it, what happened here at this op shop. I went in there feeling good about myself, and then I had this sudden urge where I needed to poop, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh, my belly hurt. I'd found a couple of items, but I couldn't look at everything. I had to go find a toilet. Just a cheeky pair of Nina Pasadenas. Was it worth it? Probably not. So I'm trying to check out. I had like a pair of jeans. I can't even remember what it is. You'll see it in the video. And my card was playing up for the loyalty points. And I said, look, don't worry about it. No, we'll fix it. They're trying to nut out the computer. I am sweating like a demon. I needed to get out and just find somewhere to go, and it was just horrendous. And I'm going to show you what I went through because I did try and distract myself by talking to the camera, trying to find a toilet, and this was like next level pains. I haven't had nothing like this for a long time. Oh, I'm just trying to distract myself and talk to you guys now about what... It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us, Cocko. I'm sure if you thrift a lot, you've been in this same situation. Maybe a few too many frothies on the weekend. Explains an earlier video that I just shown. But yeah, this wasn't a fun one. You know how in movies they see mirages? Well, I thought I was seeing a poo on the shelf, but it turns out it was a nice brown log of Merrill for $8. So I grabbed those as well. Good brand. Stuck in traffic. That's really teasing. Now this car's laughing at me. I'm at that point now, you know when you get like close to a toilet, you're on the way home and it just starts like smashing the back of your jocks to get out. Like a little bloody... like a little wombat trying to get out the wrong side of the burrow.
And a wombat's burrow's supposed to be his castle.
Hurry up! Go green, you bastard! And you couldn't bloody write about it. The cleaners were there, so it was closed. So if you're over that way in the next 6 weeks and need to use the disabled toilet, avoid. All right, back into it. We've got the Champion hoodie here. Everything here is like a few bucks each, whatever it is, $5, $6, I can't remember. It's all generic prices, so I grabbed that. This is an old one, saltwater knit. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but for a few dollars, once again, I couldn't leave it there. Same as the Von Zipper. These aren't things I'd pay up for, but this place is just all set pricing, and I just thought I'd grab them. They're going to probably turn into the 20, 30 mark. Nothing crazy. They'll sit for a while. Unfortunately, the toy section's a bit dry again today. So let's go to the next op shop. I was actually surprised that this Vinnie's had priced this so cheap. It's the Hawks trainer, and they wanted $4 for it. So I had to grab that one. It's probably going to turn into about 40. Country Road on the dollar rack. It's a women's towel-looking thing, but anyway. Over to the salvos now. A vintage Rip Curl piece here. I actually left it. It's a women's shirt, but there was nothing else there I wanted. I didn't want this either. Dressing gowns are weird. I did spot these though. Scotch and Soda. It's a brand that I used to talk about a lot. $9 is a little much, but I still got them. I do love this brand. And that was kind of it. I feel like that was like not a great day. Lots of random stuff. I was ready to explode, and it was a little bit of a disappointment. I got some okay stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy we got something, but it just didn't satisfy. So I went back out the next day, and I actually caught up with B. You all know B. She hasn't been on here for a long time because she's been super busy. Things have changed for her, so you might see her a bit more now. I don't know. Jump over to her Instagram if you want to know what's going on there. That's not my place to tell you. But didn't really film the day. Got a bit of stuff, a lot of bread and butter, but I thought I'd show you a couple of my favourites from that day before we wrap it up. Just hanging on the rack, we had the Princess of Power for $6. We've got two of them in there. She-Ra! I really like this piece. It's a Sydney 2000 reversible jacket. It's actually an issue to the sailing team, which I thought was actually quite cool. So I did grab it. It cost me $20, but I was going to grab that anyway. A few jerseys and stuff, a few bits and pieces in this one. The one thing I did leave behind was this Panasonic Blu-ray. $10, I got excited, but it said the HD on it. It did not work. So I couldn't really chuck it on eBay with that not working. Here we go. The poo flipping game. I would have been good at that today. There's a lot of people actually that I'm aware of that flip shit at times, but we got some comic books in here. I was going to grab some just for the sake of it. I ended up only getting the Dexter ones. So there was some other superhero ones in there. I'm not sitting there comping them because the chances of them actually being good are pretty minimal, and we're at Savers, so they're priced up a bit. It's not like I can get the lot for cheap. Look, $5 each, so I ain't doing that. Same as this, I got a bit excited. There's about 60 in that, but they wanted 20, so they can get the fuck back on the shelf because there's not enough profit in it for me. What there is some profit in, though, is some of the shoes that we're kicking about here. Get it? Kicking about. There's lots of Asics, Joe Cayano, Brooks, whatever they're called, the good ones. There was a heap, and I grabbed a lot of them, and they were only $7 each, which really threw me because that never happens at Savers. So I got about 6 pairs of them. That'll turn into about 40, 50 each. Then this is just in the kiddie section. Pretty cool, big print. And look at that, the basket's full. We got some Keens in there as well. So that kind of summarises it, that not every day's tits and frothies. It was a bit of a dry one after having a spell, so disappointing, but I plan to get back into it hard, and I'm just going to have to explode all up inside that op shop one other day because I still feel like I need that release. It just did not satisfy. And, well, my bags are blue still. My IKEA bags. Appreciate you, Coco. I'm going to hopefully be doing them weekly again now. Caught up a bit, and I'm going to cut back on the piss, I think. Love you, champions. See ya in the next one.
Dipper, doodle, dumb, I'm a thrifter, bitch.